And I said to him, excuse me, I don't even know you and you're calling me ugly. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, you are going to be judged on the way you look. So I'm going to give you my guide on how to level up and feel the most confidence you've ever felt without changing your appearance. I've got a little analogy for you that I was thinking when I was driving the other day, and I just saw so many trees on the left, right? Nothing was really standing out to me. Then I saw this one white tree. It was so unique looking, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's a really beautiful tree. I've never seen anything like that. You are the person that looks so different to other people. If someone has told you, oh, you don't really look like anyone, that is your power. Do you not want to be the white tree in that row of trees? Every other person looks the same these days. It is a beauty and a blessing to look different, to look slightly different to everyone around you, because you're striking. People will look at you and think, oh my gosh, yeah, she looks kind of different. If you look different, you should think more positively about that. No one else looks like you. You are so unique, you are so special. Why do you need to look like everyone else when you look like you? You look like your relatives, you look like your ancestors, you look like your parents. I know the first thing you do when you wake up is grab your phone, right? And you scroll on social media, you look at TikToks and you look at Instagram. How are you going to feel about yourself when the first piece of information you digest is how beautiful someone else looks? Bearing in mind their photos are heavily edited and planned and thought out, and their makeup is done, and you look as crusty as ever because you've just woken up. Not only should you not wake up and scroll on your phone first thing in the morning, but you shouldn't be following people that make you feel shit about yourself. Why would you follow celebrities and influencers, people you've never seen in real life? You don't know their flaws, you don't know their insecurities. Until early 2022 on Instagram, I had a creator account. And on there I was following so many models and influencers and just really beautiful girls that I didn't even know. But they looked so different. They looked so different to me. And I would see their images and people liking them, and they would get hundreds of likes, thousands of likes. And it made me feel like I needed to compete with them. So if anyone used to follow my Instagram account when it was public, you will have seen me posting pictures for that validation, for validation from other girls, for validation from men. I was airbrushing my skin. I used to even edit my body. If you're doing stuff like that, really consider why you have a social media account. Is it for you because you enjoy social media and you like to consume content, or is it because you use it to crave validation and your self-worth is solely based on the opinions of other people? I'm gonna have a juice break. You know, if a musician you like is really beautiful and you want to follow them, go ahead, follow them, I get that. But if you start to see their pictures and you feel like they have something that you're lacking, that's when you know that you need to cut that shit out, even if you really like them. For me, for example, my Instagram following list is actually on 2 digits. I don't follow any celebrities because I know that that is damaging for me. And if I want to check on what they're doing, or when a new album's coming out, or when their new movie's coming out, I will literally go onto their Instagram and I'll look it up. I will never ever tolerate myself becoming so obsessed with another human being that I am idolizing them over myself, over God, over the universe, because that is when you start to feel like you are not enough. Now you're telling me the reason you follow beautiful women is because you want to feel more confident about yourself and you want to learn things from them. That is what's great about influencers. They'll show you things that are working, they'll give you new ideas, but the key thing here is to follow more people like that, those influencers and people who inspire you. Make sure that those people look like you. So in some way, make sure they resemble you. So for example, if you have a hooked nose, find influencers who have hooked noses, because I guarantee you, if you see their TikTok popping up on your feed, you're gonna feel so much more confident seeing their posts rather than seeing Molly May's posts. I love Molly May, I'm not even joking, but she has a tiny button nose. I can't relate to that, right? Okay, if you thought that was a rant, you're ready for the second part of this video. We're talking about discipline now, okay? From the ages of 15 to 18, I was the most depressed I'd ever been in my life. I was even suicidal, I was unhappy, I was angry at the world, I was miserable. That is partly because I was a teenager, but also so much of it was what I was eating. I used to go to McDonald's and get the 20 box of chicken nuggets, and I'd be there with my friends. You think I'm gonna share it with them? No. I would eat 20 chicken nuggets by myself in one sitting. Then I would go home and I would have a big box of the white chocolate fingers by Cadbury's, and I would finish the whole tray, done. Burgers, fries, chocolate, greasy kebabs, and I felt shit about myself. You eat a pig, you're gonna feel like a pig. Okay, gosh, no, the vegan is coming out. You are what you eat. I am vegan, I've been vegan for 6 years. It created discipline in me that I've never had in my life. I'm not saying go vegan, I'm not saying go vegetarian, but really do consider if a different lifestyle will work for you to help you become more disciplined in what you're eating. But if you do want to go vegan or vegetarian, let me know because I can give you advice on that. If you don't know who Tam Kaur is, she is a YouTuber. I was watching one of her videos the other day and she spoke about the eat the frog theory, which essentially means to do the hardest part of your day first. No one wants to eat a frog, but you do that first because you get it out the way and then you set yourself up, you feel accomplished, right? For you, it might be studying for that exam. Do not leave it till 8 p.m. the night before, cramming it in, stressing yourself out, and you've left the hardest part of your day to the end. Kim Kardashian, one of the most beautiful women ever, and her brand is built on the way she looks and she has to maintain that. Great for her. Before she leaves the house, she always makes sure that she has her hair done and she has her brows done. Those are the two bare minimum things because it makes her feel more put together. And I started to try it a few years ago. I was like, actually, before I leave the house, I'm not gonna leave looking like shit. Just put it into a ponytail, run a brush through it. It's not that hard, just do that. Get a little eyebrow brush and just brush them through. You're not adding any makeup. If your eyebrows are looking a bit bushy, you know, you can pluck a few hairs out. Doing things like that will help your confidence because you've put an effort into your appearance without going crazy cake face like me right now. You don't have to do any of that. This is the most annoying part of the video, and you know what I'm gonna say. You need to exercise. You need to exercise. I don't care if you have anxiety. I don't, because I have anxiety and I went to the gym today. Until you make that connection in your head that the things you do are what make you feel confident, we're not getting anywhere. You may be coming back to this video in a few years' time thinking, oh, you know, I still feel shit about myself. Let me watch that video. And I will be here to tell you, I told you so. I told you so, girl. Just start exercising. You need to put effort into yourself and into your life. If you don't have hobbies, get a hobby. I'm gonna give you some tips to get into the gym because it really, really affected me that I couldn't get into the gym and made me feel really low about myself when I couldn't do it. And I do still go through phases, I'm gonna be really honest. I do go through phases where I get really anxious and I stop going and then I have to start all over again. Before you even get into the gym, do not feel like you need to be in there for an hour. Go to the gym for half an hour. That's your goal. That's the goal I'm setting you. You're gonna go for 30 minutes. You're gonna do 3 different exercises. Say you're working out your legs, you're gonna do some squats, you're gonna do the leg press machine, and you're gonna do some calf raises. 3 exercises, that's it. You're gonna do that and then you're gonna jump on the treadmill for 10 minutes. That's it. You'll be out of there in 30 to maybe 40 minutes depending how slow you are. Another thing to remember is you can practice at home. Before you even get into the gym, you can practice what you're going to do at home. Get some water bottles and pretend they are dumbbells. You've got some water bottles and you're gonna be doing that. You could get a broomstick and pretend it's a barbell and do some squats with that. You can practice your form at home. That's literally what I was doing. I was practicing at home how to exercise before I even went to the gym because I was so anxious of making a fool of myself and my anxiety really does control me sometimes. I am going to create confidence for myself. I'm going to train myself before I train in the gym. I feel like my rant is done now, so we're gonna move on to the third part of the video, which is addressing your issues. If you're insecure, it's likely it stems from a story that you have told yourself or that someone has told you about yourself. If everyone was blind and they couldn't see you, what would you feel confident about yourself in? No one can see you, okay? Okay, we're back. Create a mantra to yourself to help yourself feel more confident and grow in this. It's a journey, guys. You're not going to feel confident just like that. I wish I could make you confident just like that, but it's up to you. It's how you feel in here that determines how you feel out there in the world. If it's about your appearance and you like your hooked nose, say, I like my hooked nose because it's evidence of ancestral growth. Something like that. Just make it rhyme, make it catchy. Tell yourself that, something that you can remember, and you say it to yourself every day. You repeat it, you write it down, do a voice recording on your phone and listen back to it when you need a confidence boost. The main takeaway from this is that hot girls are confident girls. I know people that aren't stereotypically attractive, but they are so confident in themselves. The way they even just stand, their posture, the way they put themselves together, the way they dress, the way they speak about themselves, they have got it nailed down. They're doing these things that I listed. They're eating healthy, they're going to the gym, they're speaking positively about themselves, they're speaking positively about others, and they feel confident. They feel confident, even though people will look at them and think, oh, they're ugly. When I was 19, I was at my friend's house party and I was in her bedroom, and then in the kitchen I heard some guy, I didn't even know who he was, I heard some guy saying to someone else, ugh, you fancy Aria, she's Butters. Butters was like a slang term for just saying that someone's ugly. So he was saying saying that I was ugly. So I literally ran into the kitchen, saw this guy, I didn't even know who he was, and I said to him, excuse me, I don't even know you and you're calling me ugly. You have no right to call me ugly. You have no right to say that out loud. You should keep your opinion to yourself. You can think that I'm ugly and that's fine, but there are people that find me beautiful. Keep that opinion to yourself because it's just hurtful. And I walked away. Guys, 19-year-old me was a force to be reckoned with. I did find out that his type was white girls and his girlfriend was white, and it kind of made sense to me why he said something so negative about me, because his perception of beauty was completely different to the girl he was describing. Like, I did not look anything like what beauty looked like to him, and that's fine because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Someone might think you're ugly, but someone else will find you the most gorgeous person in the world. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. I hope that my guide has helped you in some way, and if it has, let me know in the comment section down below. Do press like, subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much again. Take care now. Bye bye.